What's up, YouTube? Texas Triple Tapper here, bringing you guys another review on a new little toy I got. Not the Glock, but this thing on the end of the Glock. It is a compensator weight kind of mechanism. I got this from the Glock store a few days ago. I have not had a chance to take it to the range, put it through its paces, but I'm actually getting ready to do that here pretty soon. But I just wanted to show you guys what this thing's kind of all about. So let's just make sure we're clear, good to go, and let's take her down. So, underneath the hood, so to speak, you know, same kind of Glock components that you're used to, although this piece here, it doesn't fit on the end of the barrel. It's kind of interesting. It comes with its own recoil spring. In fact, I'm going to take both recoil springs to kind of see if I notice a difference, the one that it came with and then this one. So basically what you've got here, I'm not going to undo it because I've put Loctite on it. Whoops, put Loctite on it. So what you have here is, if you can zoom in right here, this part right here, let me get a prop here. This piece right here is part of the slide, okay? This and this are part of the compensator, the weight. So what you do, there's these little Allen keys here. There's 6 of them. So you got 2 here, 2 here, and 2 here. So basically what you do is you take a little Allen wrench and undo those, and it pulls them out. This piece here comes out. And so what you end up doing is marrying this to the slide with this piece right here. So once you get it affixed to the front of the barrel, this piece then goes in, and then you tighten down those 6 screws. And unfortunately for now, these only work with a Glock Gen 4. And what I'm going to do, I'll show you why. I'm going to pause the video real quick, and I'm going to grab, I should have grabbed it ahead of time. I'm going to grab the Glock 19X that I have, and I'm going to show you the difference in the front of the barrel. Alright guys, sorry about that. So here we have the 19X slide, and if you look here at the front of the slide, you can see that the one here in my left hand, the front is contoured slightly differently. It's got more of a curve to it. It's not exactly a square like this one. So I actually tried to put this one on this pistol, and it just doesn't seat well. And so you don't want to do that. Also, just to kind of show you the recoil spring I was talking about, this is the recoil spring that originally came with this one. So, but they send you this one. But when I go and try to shoot it, I will try it with this one just to kind of see if it affects, you know, fit and function. So we'll see. So anyways, that is just kind of a side-by-side comparison of the two. And so, you know, how it fits. You can see how it's nice and square and flush. This thing is really cool. It adds a good amount of weight. It's not heavy by any means, but you can definitely tell it's there. And then, so of course, after you you know, get everything fitted like you need to, put your spring back on, and you basically just close up shop just like you would on a normal Glock after you're done cleaning it or whatever the case may be. And now, there we go. Now you're good to go. So, as I said, this adds a nice amount of weight. It also vents the gases straight up, which, if you saw my previous video on a compensator, it was on a SIG 1911. I talked about it's basically physics. Some people say that these don't work. You know, it could be relative. You know, I mean, it's like the self-fulfilling prophecy. I mean, if you go into it thinking that, oh, this compensator is going to work, it's going to do this and it's going to do that, you may in your mind kind of manufacture the fact that it did work. But like I said, if you look at it from a scientific standpoint, Newton's law states that for every action there's an equal and opposite reaction. So when the gases blow up, this pushes the muzzle back down, so it allows you to stay on target quicker. If nothing else, simply because if you take out the vented ports here, simply by putting this little weight on here, excuse me, putting this little weight on here, it's going to keep your muzzle more level. I see that when I shoot suppressed a lot, and I can shoot 45 ACP, and man, I barely even kind of have to aim. I aim once and just pull the trigger, and it just comes right back down, right where I need it to. Excuse me. And a suppressor, of course, weighs quite a bit more than this, but couple that with the fact that it does have the vented part to it, you know, I think we might see a little bit of a difference. And I mean, you know, a 9mm is not a particularly snappy pistol, in my opinion. I will say though that because this is the Glock 19, the way that it kind of fits in my hand, this is without a magazine in it. When I close my hand around it, you see my pinky is hanging off the bottom of it, and you know, I can put the mag in and it's still hanging off. Even though there's the mag there, it just has a different feel to it, as opposed to the 19X. You know, my hand just grabs it better. It just fits me better. So for me, some of the smaller pistols that I can't quite get the same kind of handle on, they tend to feel a little snappier for me. But that's just me, you know. By no means does it hurt or anything like that, but it's kind of like if you shoot a .357 Magnum in you know, with a revolver, and you've got a, you know, little snub nose, little 2-inch, you know, revolver, you're gonna feel it. But however, if you've got a big, you know, honking 6-inch revolver, it's not gonna feel the same. And that's just, you know, simple science. It weighs more. It's, you know, may absorb a little bit more of its own recoil. You got a little something more sturdy to hang on to. But this thing, the price, this thing cost me, I think it was like $70 with shipping, which is a little on the high end for compensators. The one I got for my 1911, I want to say it was like 30 or 40 bucks. But you know, I'm pretty anxious to see how this works. I'm going to take it down to the local gun range, and we're going to film it, and I'll give you my honest impressions as to whether or not I think it makes a difference. So thank you guys for tuning in. If you have any questions, comments, leave them down below. Until next time, Texas Triple Tapper, out.